All right, all right, all right.
Hey.
Welcome back to another episode of Girl What Happened Was.
Did we settle on the girl? What
We did.
happened? What?
We did,
Girl,
the
what
upbeat one.
happened?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Coming to a city near you, baby.
Got us a check. I love it. I love it. I am your host, Dorian, and this is my beautiful co-host.
Mandy.
Come on,
So glad
Mandy.
y'all can join us today.
Yes. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. Mandy, of course, how was your weekend? Girl? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. First of all, even though we see each other every week.
I know, right? It's never enough. It's never enough.
I had a good weekend. I went to the OC Fair.
Okay.
I had a good time. I had one of them big ass turkey legs walking around like a straight savage.
I love
Do you
them
hear me?
turkey
Just
legs
like,
now. Just
baby,
rip it
no
off.
shame. Do you hear me?
How was the skin? Was it nice and crispy or was it a little soft?
It was crispy,
Okay.
but it needed a little more flavor. But baby, I still ate
This
the whole
was
thing.
the OC Fair now, Mandy. You asking for too much.
You right.
This wasn't
You
Long
right.
Beach.
See, I
this
didn't
wasn't
even-
Inglewood.
Yeah, because they probably would have dipped that shit in
What?
something. Okay, it would have been wet, dripping. Like,
Hennessy
yeah.
glaze. It'd have been good too.
Do you hear me?
Okay.
So yeah, but that's what I did. I had a great, chill, relaxed weekend. Hanging out with my boo, and
Just
that's
doing
it.
that boo shit.
I
I like weekends like that.
don't. I just feel like every time I get on here, it's like because my boo, and I don't.
And
wanna,
my man.
and I don't,
my man.
and I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be that girl. It's like, oh, you in a relationship
You're
now?
gonna be that my husband. My husband
everything
said
is
I
like-
can't.
Dorian's like, yeah, I had me some Dasani water. I'm like, oh, my boo she like Dasani. Yeah, she like that too.
That's what she into. Yeah, she like that too. Where you get yours from? Oh, okay.
Oh, you like 5 hours of sleep? Oh, my boo, she does too. That's so crazy how y'all relate.
So you don't want to be that girl. I feel you.
I don't.
I feel you.
But so, what'd you do this weekend?
Nothing. This is the second week in a row
Girl.
I haven't did shit. Okay, I did go on a date on Saturday.
Okay.
On Saturday. I
Let-
went on
unpack.
that. Yeah,
Un-
it wasn't nothing too crazy. I'm trying to tell y'all I'm living in the moment now.
Is this the guy from the last
no,
episode?
this is another guy, okay?
Okay.
And I know, don't give me that look because I know y'all are disappointed. Y'all wanted to hear more about him. But as Manny just let me know, I don't want to talk about him anymore. Like, I don't even want to give him the time of the day because the OnlyFans thing still is disgusting to me. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. And he literally hit me up maybe a week ago or maybe a little bit less than that. And it was, just on some casual shit. But all I could think about is I just dogged you like a freaking pit bull on this last episode. Like, I can't even, my pride won't even let me go back to this.
Baby,
So,
do you hear me?
I did not go on a date with him, but hey, stay tuned. You never know. I'm not one for spinning the block, but I mean, he can be beat, possibly, maybe, depending on, what he pushing. So I did not see him this weekend. I saw somebody else, and we went and had some ice cream. Very, very cute.
Okay.
Gelato.
Okay.
He's a good guy. He's one of those, you meet him and you're like, okay, I can see you in several different situations.
Yeah.
Like, I don't just solely see you as somebody that I would date. I can also see you as just a homeboy. I can also see you as just somebody that maybe I, associate with every now and then. So I saw him in several different places, which was cool for me. So I was able to chill out a little bit and not be in my head so much and just actually enjoy the moment and live in the moment.
So how long have you known him?
This is the dude. This is the dude that texted me and was like...
And you was smiling at your phone?
Yeah,
Y'all, we was shooting last week. And she over here dead ass, if you're watching the visual, baby, this was her. So, like,
you get that
girl, what?
Simmer down.
What? And baby, you
It was
already know
cute.
what that is from the rip.
It was
okay,
cute.
like, who is you? Text that, well, I am talking to this one
I didn't
guy.
hit him with that.
And he liked Dasani, too.
Yeah, he liked Dasani too. I'm just saying. So, it actually was him. So we actually finally met up, and it was a cool little date. Like, it was one of those dates where you meet up at 6, 7, and you look up and it's 11. Like, it's a good time, not too long. We ended the night with a cute little kiss or whatever. And I was like, no,
It was a time?
ain't nobody pecking nobody. Yeah, we grown over here. I'm a grown woman.
You tonguing on the first date?
I mean, this was before I realized the severity of monkeypox. Let me just preface that.
Did he grab the? Did he grab the?
I mean, it was intense. Look, it was intense.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of moments. So I was like, okay, you're a little cute or whatever. But I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm dating right now. So I'm not getting
Right.
caught up in the situation. I'm not interested in like, seeing exactly where this is going to go at this moment.
Yeah.
Because I am, and for once, actually, I'm actually dating. Like,
Yeah.
not dating one person, but
Yeah.
dating multiple people. And let me preface, because y'all was in those comments last week on Ramado Black talking about, well, you ain't got to sleep with every dude that's your friend. Obviously, I know that. I'm not saying I sleep with all of my guys that are friends. I'm just saying that situation usually comes about every single time.
Right.
Not that I walk through the door, sis. Y'all was chewing me out. Like,
Were they?
Girl, go look at the comments. I was like, I had to step in. And we have a girl that runs our social media. So I was like, you know what? Give me the phone because y'all got the game twisted. I got me fucked up.
Baby, if I let him hit it because I wanted it.
It's because I wanted to. That's the most important part. I don't care if it's every dude.
Right.
But also, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying was X, Y, and Z. And if you don't know what X, Y, and Z is, go listen to the other episode. But needless to say, I'm in a space right now where I am truly just dating, enjoying my situation. So we had a situation on Saturday. We went and had ice cream. He drives a motorcycle, which is actually pretty hot.
So did you ride on the back?
No, I didn't. He didn't have an extra helmet. But that was like a little...
Well, that lets you know that he's been single for a minute if he doesn't have an extra helmet.
Exactly.
You got to read into these things, baby. I'm Miss Cleo. Give me the ball. That's a good sign. Because, one thing we love to do, baby, is read into some shit. I like to put 2 and 2 together and get 10, okay? That's where I'm headed.
I did not. And look, you're killing me with these Mary J. Blige classes. That's what I wanted to say a minute ago before we started recording. I love it, though. It's giving me not gonna cry.
You know what? Well, first of all, y'all, I look like...
Look at how gorgeous she is.
Normally, I walk in here and I have a full face of makeup, but your girl been getting her back blown out. And it was either be on time to shoot this or do a full face. And I was like, I'm gonna be on time because it was either I was gonna get it in this morning or I was gonna be late.
Look, priorities.
I
appreciate it so much. And I was when I was late, so I appreciate it. You had about 15 minutes actually.
First of all, Dorian is always the one that's late. Always, like, baby, you paying for the studio time. Like,
I surely do. And I roll up in here 30 minutes late with a 45 down the toilet. Like, at this point, we're in the negative, guys. It is what it is, though. I can't be Superwoman. I hate you. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into today. If you did not know, that's just me and Mandy's morning, afternoon icebreaker. We like to get caught up on what our weekend is. And feel free, y'all, to let us know what y'all be doing on the weekends. We're in LA, and we're always looking for a situation. So if y'all find yourselves out at the newest restaurant, the newest brunch spot, like the newest situation, like, please.
Baby, put us on.
Because we still trying to be out here in these streets a little bit. I mean, we still young and we got some energy left in us. Okay?
But I got to be home by 9.
See,
seriously. I'm going to start yawning.
You're that friend that I can't go out with at all. Because at midnight, I'm still like, well, we want to go. And you like, I gotta go home.
Girl, you be out past midnight?
Oh, girl, I'll be out till 4 a.m. if you let me. I was always that kind of girl, though.
Really?
Like, no. And you know what they say, there ain't nothing open after midnight but a pair of legs. But that's not the truth. Like, a lot of things are open.
And maybe my legs will be as well.
And it may be my legs. It may not be my legs. But the point is, a lot of other things are open, too. Like, not just me, guys. Not just me. You're so silly. Okay. So speaking of always being that girl, I saw a tweet this past week. And the tweet was 13-year-old me would think current me is so cool and hot. And that's really all that matters. And it got me thinking, what would 13-year-old me say? Like, obviously, I wasn't hot in the pants, but I was ripping and running the streets. Like, I was a city girl at a very young age. So 13.
Like, who were you when you were 13? Like, who were you looking at? Like, she got it going on. Like, what were you trying to emulate?
And that's so funny because there was no celebrity or major persona that I wanted to emulate. It really was just the women in my family.
Yeah.
So I come from a lot of women. I'm a typical Southern family where we just got a shit ton of aunties, cousins, sisters on the sister side. So I grew up around a lot of Southern Louisiana style Black women. Right. So my cousins I looked up to a lot, and they may have only been 2 or 3 years older than me, but that's kind of like gave me my introduction into womanhood, was
Right.
watching them go through the experience, whether it was relationships or, you know, family dynamics or whatever it was. I spent a lot of time with my family when I was growing up. So shit, 13-year-old me was looking up to my, you know, 15, 16-year-old cousin, you know, who was hustling and working and running through niggas and
Like, you was living the life.
She was living, you know, she was going to the club. I'm looking like, girl, take me. So I actually ended up starting clubbing at like 16. Like I remember being in high school. I remember being in high school.
Tell it. Preach.
Sheesh. And it'd be like that free period kind of situation. And I would actually be on these people's computers, like editing IDs, like changing.
What?
I was a proficient in Photoshop at a very young age. Like are you kidding me? I would turn a 6 into a 3 in a heartbeat. Like
no problem.
No problem.
Maybe she's the original scammer.
I'm the original Joanne. Okay. Everybody named look, I was clubbing at 16. I remember sneaking out a couple times at like 9:30. My mama was an early sleeper. So like 9:30, I would climb on our roof and like shimmy down the side of the house. And like my cousin and like her high school friends would like be around the corner. And we clubbing. Like
and you never got caught?
Girl, never. Ever. I'm the oldest of 4. And so if I'm 17 at that time, she got a 10-year-old. She got a 6, like a, you know, she had a newborn. She is not concerned about me. She just trying to get 8 hours of sleep tonight.
Right,
like, that's all she cared about. So, girl, yeah, I was 13-year-old me. Look. Look, we've been big pimping. Like, we've been big pimping.
We've been in these streets.
We've been in these streets. But looking back now, like, I would obviously tell her to get a lot more focused because I was really about just having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have a passion at that age. I wasn't looking forward to anything. I was a phenomenal student. Like, my mom didn't play about grades. But when it came to anything outside of that, like figuring out who I was, I didn't spend any time doing that at all. Like, at all. So it took me up until my early 20s, low key, to like actually like take some time out and figure out who I was. And that's not a bad age, but I knew that I should have been doing it. Right. I was smarter than that. And I knew I should have been focusing more, but I was young. Look, I was young. I had experiences.
Baby, but it comes with age. The older you get, the more you realize.
It does. So what about you at 13?
So at 13, y'all know I'm from Louisiana. So at 13, I have 8 siblings. Baby, and I had a bunk bed that I shared with my 2 sisters. So it was like a queen on the bottom and a full up top. The older sister got that one, and then me and my little sister slept in the other one. Child, and I had a little square box TV that had to have been no more than 12 inches, right? Oh, girl, what was we doing with the little butt TVs?
Look, I was gonna say the butt, you slap it on the back.
Yes.
It wasn't
had
working.
one of them, and I used to watch all the music videos.
Really?
And like I fell in love with Snoop Dogg. He was like my dream guy as a kid. That's fucking gross. But
I might say he had to have been like in his 30s. Easily 30s.
Baby, he could have got it. Do you hear me? But I love Snoop Dogg, and I just love the California life, and I just fell so in love with it. And so when I was young, I would sit there and this is before I even knew anything about manifesting, but I would always tell my family, oh, I'm going to move to California. I'm going to have me a Jeep. I'm going to be with Snoop Dogg. Like, I would say this over and over again, right? And I would look at people in the music videos like, oh, my God, I just want to, like, live like them. I want to be like them. They seem like they got it all together. And, you know, where I'm from, it ain't nothing fancy. Like, ain't nobody got nothing.
It's a small town, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so I wanted to be that so bad. And then fast forward, here I am now at 33. I'm living in California. I drive a Jeep. Now, I did meet Snoop Dogg, but he ain't my man. But, you know, it's...
You was in a room, though. I was in a room. That's all that mattered.
But 13-year-old me, I would look at me like, first of all, kudos to you, bitch, because you did it.
Come on.
Like, I really am so proud of myself that I continue to push through. And even though things were in my way and everybody around me was like, girl, that ain't going to work, especially having a kid trying to, you know, be outside the box and do different shit and get out of my comfort zone. Like, my 13-year-old me would be shocked. Like, girl, look at your scary ass. Look at your scary ass. You actually did something.
Scary ass doing it, too. Your scary ass. You need that.
So yeah, so I'm even the, and I know you were saying about the focus, how you would tell yourself to focus, but I don't think I would go back and tell myself anything because I'm here because of all the choices that I've made.
Yeah.
And
you like where you are.
And where I'm at right now, I'm going to continue to grow and be better. So
come on now,
shout out to 13-year-old us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love it. I love it. So speaking of nostalgia, the other tweet that I saw that I was like, oh, this would be interesting to talk about was this guy named Malcolm X. I love these Twitter names. Malcolm X. Malcolm X. And his ad name is Lil Poppy Fresh. I love it. But he said the bootleg DVD man was a pivotal part of my childhood. And I remember that.
Let me hear about it. Let me hear about it.
I remember being 8 or 9, like staying with my cousins. Obviously, every Friday night I'm with my cousins. So 8 or 9, every Friday night being at my cousin's house. My cousins, we all come from a young family. My mom is only 47, 48. So her cousins are also, in their early 40s, mid 40s. So, several Friday nights, most of the time our parents were in the club. Like my mom may have been at home with the kids, but her mom was a club mom. Like Friday night, she hitting a scene in Dallas. And Dallas in the 90s was like, that was a situation kind of thing. I should have been up in there. Like, it was cute. So I remember a lot of times, being at her house, and her mom used to fuck with like drug dealers and shit. So she would always have like the newest shit, newest TVs, newest games. Like she had Grand Theft Auto, like she was the first one to have at home. I was like,
y'all got money.
Yeah, y'all got money. Y'all got money. But she would have the newest DVDs too. So DVDs were a big part of my culture and like my growing up. But another part that was pretty pivotal to me at that time was probably the Cadillac Escalade. I don't know why that sticks out so much, but I had a lot of aunts. I had a Cadillac Escalade.
That was just really big in the Black community. And that was really big, like especially the ones with the DVD player in the back of the seat. Girl.
Like the back of the seats.
I'm like, oh, you're living life in luxury, baby. Like you could not tell me that y'all are not millionaires. Like I was convinced.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, and like just want to go sit, girl, be at somebody's house and be like, can I just go sit in the driveway and just go watch a movie? Like,
look, this was before TVs and the seats were a thing. Girl. Like, and you have to be late 20s, early 30s to really appreciate that era. Because when the first time I saw that shit, I was like, what will they think of next? What will they think of next? You've got to be shitting me, Brittany. She's like, yeah, girl, you could change and everything.
I'm so mad because I really thought that was like the tier top living.
Top tier. I can't.
I would say
I appreciate that innocence though.
The DVD man, what's crazy is that I don't where I'm from, I don't really remember like having one. Like, of course, we had the kids that burned the CDs in school, and that was a big deal. They would come up there. The kid at school would be like, "I'm burning CDs. Write your list. I could put about 20 down. I'll try to fit as many as I can, and give me $5." Girl,
not $5.
When I tell you, let me tell you what I would do. I would go home. I would watch the infomercials. And when they would be selling those the CDs and stuff like soul, 90s, R&B.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they played a music video a little bit too. Oh
and I would sit there with my pen and paper, and I would write down like, "Yep, that one, that one," or turn the radio on, hear one, or I would be laying in bed and I would put on. So we had what is it called? Like at nighttime where they got the slow jams. It was like the midnight.
Like the 97. We had like 94.5. And he'd have that deep ass voice. Smooth. What is it? What was it?
I think we called ours like the midnight. I can't remember. Yeah. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But then I would stay up past my bedtime and I would turn the radio on, and that's when they would play like Adina Howard. And I'm just like,
you feeling grown.
Grinding the hell out of my pillow. Like, yeah, this going on the list. This going on the list. Girl. But that is like
we
my
have
fondest.
Lived all the same
That's
lives.
my fondest memory and like my favorite. Like being able to write down your list of all your favorite songs, like, and then he brings it to you, and then you're like, wait to get home. Like, oh shit, I'm about to fuck this up. Make sure both
only
parents
for $5,
baby. Make sure both my parents are gone. Put that in the. Remember when they had them big ass?
They had
speakers?
the big ones.
The ones that
The
stood
big
up
ones.
on the ground.
And the stereo that had like 50 fucking buttons.
Girl,
Like, you're looking
girl.
like, which one is the power?
And I be sitting there, so I'll put the CD in. Mind y'all, my parents weren't big on us listening to secular music. Baby, be literally standing staring at the window the entire time and jamming, like, just in case they roll up. I'm watching, but I'm listening.
That's wild.
Girl.
That is so funny. We've lived the same life, but it's, I mean, clearly it's been a little bit different. Look,
right.
I can only imagine young Mandy in front of that freaking window.
Girl,
like,
do you hear me?
Sneaking and listen to fucking Pretty Ricky and shit.
Freak in the morning, freak in the evening, just like me. Baby, it was like, sit your fucking, I ain't even started your period ass down.
Too young to be going through that. Look, too young.
The first episode, y'all know that I'm back in the dating game, and I got a little boo thing now, and I think that it's important that we talk about friendships, like maintaining your friendships while still dating somebody new and wanting to be up under them 24/7. Now, I'll say that I am guilty of letting my friendships fall to the side.
I see where this conversation's going.
I could definitely do better. Now, let me say that now they're still my friends and I'm still there for my girls, but when I tell you, baby, you're not going to hear from me. Like, if you hit me up, I'll answer. Yeah. Most likely. But, baby, when I'm, like, dating somebody new, it's like, sis, you just going to have to wait until we, like, settle into this good where it's like the motherfucker getting on my nerves and I'm about to come to your house and chill. Yeah. But right now, I'm trying to hunch 24/7. Okay? And I can't answer right now. You're going to have to. I
am busy.
You're going to have to leave a voicemail, baby. Because you're not going to be able to get through to me. Yeah. But I'll say that over the years, I've realized that I can't do that anymore. And so with this relationship, having to make my friends more of a priority than I have in the past. So I really don't even answer my phone like that, you know? Even if I'm not in a relationship, I don't answer my phone like that. But when I am, I go out of my way to answer. Like, even if I'm busy, if I'm doing something, I'm like, let me just pick up and be like, hey, girl, like, everything cool? You good? Like, catch up for a quick minute and then, you know, keep it pushing. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that person you're dating is most likely you gonna stop fucking with them before you start. Yeah, exactly. They gonna leave before your homegirl. Exactly. So it's just like, how the way the I think it's really important to make sure that you maintain those friendships. Give your friends the time that they need. But when you're grown, it's like they also understand what you got going on. Yeah. And that's what I think is important. How do you maintain your friendships when you're dating somebody? Do you like to be up under a nigga? When you I'm definitely that girl. Like, and in full transparency, that is something I'm still working on right now. Is how to navigate, how to balance, because that's really what it's about. Is obviously you care about your homegirls, you care about your girls, you care about your friends, however you look at them, but you're infatuated with this new person. Yeah. It's almost to a point where it's a little addicting. Yeah, you know? Yeah. And it doesn't have to just be sexually. It could just also just be from an intimacy standpoint where you just want to be under them. You want to be around them. And I feel like it's a mixture of obviously new energy. It's something new that you've never experienced, but it's also something that you probably have been looking for a minute. Right. You know, especially if you are somebody that's truly dating right now. You're not dating just to date. Like, yeah, exactly. You're dating with intention. I'm dating with intent. I'm looking for my person, and I may not be somebody I marry tomorrow, but I'm looking for my person, kind of thing. So it is like that fine line, you know, of how do you maintain these friendships? How do you make sure that you're still pouring and growing with your girls, but you also are allowing this to kind of run its natural course? And naturally, if I feel like being underneath somebody all day, that's where I want to be. Like, I can still go out, but I can't say I'm going to be 100% present. Right. Which I feel like if I'm not going to do it 100%, girl, I don't need to do it at all, you know? Because I'm going to still be sitting here like, well, you know, what they doing? Girl, like, I'm about to come home. Don't worry, I'm about to come home. I know, I'm about to come home. Baby, you know? And I can't give me 30 minutes. Like, I'm mad because I be looking for reasons to put it on my boo. Like, oh, well, they saying I got to come back. Even though you the one like, I miss you. I want to get some of that as soon as I get home. You better be ready. You better be waiting.
You are prepared. You were just prepared to be in their aura, be in their space. So I'm still learning how to balance it. And I think that's another reason why I've been single as long as I've been single, because it's clearly a me thing. I'm aware of that. I've always ended up attracting people that have no problem maintaining those boundaries and having those, those layers of, I'm with you, but I also give my friends, the same, if not the same amount of time. I'm a girl's girl, but it gets a little muddy when we talk about somebody else coming into the picture, relationship-wise. I'm going to be a girl's girl, and my girls know, I'm not the one that you're going to call every day. And my friends chew me out about that now. Do not call me every day. Do not even text me every day. And to be honest, I don't even like it weekly. And it's really just because we're adults. I got things going on.
Girl,
and sometimes I'm not there. But I will do it for the person that I'm dating. So I recognize I'm in a space where I need to find a healthy balance and realize, okay, it's okay to be, connected with this person. It's okay to crave them and want to be around them. But that's the whole issue with addiction is you crave it and you want to be around it, and it's gluttony, and it's like, okay, girl. and it's you need a balance.
It's always short-lived. It's just so exciting in the beginning. Yeah. And it's that's what kind of makes you push your friends to the side, because it's like, oh no, baby, I got this going on, and blah, blah, blah. But it's short-lived. But real friends are going to be like, all right, baby, I'll just wait till...
You know what time it is.
I'll wait till the dust settles.
You know what time it is.
Whether, y'all aren't together anymore, or whether now y'all finally got comfortable where it's like, okay, you here, you're not going nowhere. Now I'm about to go kick it with my girls.
Exactly. And I appreciate friendships like that. I was somebody where, growing up, we moved around a lot just because... that's just kind of how my family was. So people that know me back home know I went to one school for freshman year, one school for I never went to the same school more than, a year. So that while I appreciated the novelty effect, the newness effect, and I think that kind of factors into who I am today, it made it hard for me to actually maintain friendships. And it made it hard for me to be able to be like, okay, girl, let's do sleepovers, let's hang out, let's do these things, because I'm at another school now. That was last year, this is this year, kind of thing. So it's been a struggle for me to kind of not only maintain friendships, but to develop them. But I will say the friends that I have now, they know that these are certain traits about me. They know that when I find somebody or I'm in a relationship, you're not going to hear from me a lot, sis. I'm sorry, but you're not going to hear from me. The same way, if I'm on a project, if I'm in my creative space, you're not going to hear from me. And it's not that I don't love you and I don't appreciate you and I don't want to be, it's not that I don't want to be friends. It's just that's how I'm wired. That's kind of how I function. So how do you find, you're 35 at this point. There's a
34.
34.
Don't you
I keep doing
dare.
That, guys.
Don't you dare
Wait till this
disrespect me like that.
episode is over. This is the second time I've did that. The third time, Mandy will come across this table.
No, I think she said 38 or 30.
That is not. You were so dramatic. No.
Listen, baby, this might be the last episode. If she fuck up one more time, I'm not fucking playing. 34.
Mandy about to come across this table for me. You right. So yes, obviously I feel like the older you get, the wiser you get. So it may be easier for you a little bit now than it was in your 20s, but how has been your experience, with making friends as a grown woman, basically?
So I would have to say that because, so when I first moved to LA, I was in a relationship by y'all. I was married. So and I didn't know anybody in LA. So every friend that I met was through my spouse. So they were all connected through her. Okay. So I didn't have any friends that was not connected through her. Yeah. So when we broke up, bitch, I had nobody.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Over. Yeah.
So I'm like, well, fuck, how am I going to find friends now? And I had my son, of course, my son is 13 now, but I have my son and I enrolled him into sports. And so literally my two closest friends in LA, I met through my son's sports team. Okay. And those are my ride or dies. Yeah. And then I have one other girl, my girl Ashley, I love you, boo. I met her because I was with my two sports friend moms, and we were going to a party, and just so happened to run into my girl Ashley. And she was like, "What y'all doing? Can I come?" And now we attached at the hip. Yeah. Do you hear me? Yeah. So
that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
You use
like, fuck, what was I saying? Shit, the sangria is fucking hitting already. Like, what did I eat today? Shit, I don't ever come prepared. Like, bitch be coming on an empty stomach.
Look, we got a couple more episodes. Y'all give us till like season 2, and we're gonna be like a well-oiled system. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna be smooth, okay, guys?
I'm gonna eat every time.
We're gonna eat every time. I'm gonna get here on time. We're gonna pace ourselves. I was just telling Mandy, sidebar. I was just telling Mandy before we started this episode. Like the last 2 episodes, I don't even know if we can use these because we're too old to not realize that we have to eat before we drink. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. We have to eat. And
y'all, the last episode, normally we always drink wine. Right now we're drinking sangria, which is wine. But the last episode, I was like, oh, let's try these margaritas, right? Y'all, both of us sitting here trying to focus on each other like, what the fuck was we talking about? shit, drunk as hell. Okay?
That's how you know you're getting more mature, okay? We can't even hold these little 12% glasses anymore. No.
Baby, listen, I'm going to have to get us a 2-piece and a biscuit every time before we start shooting. We got to put some on our stomach and not a bag of chips, okay?
Come on, there's a Popeyes right around the corner, okay? Right around the corner. So, but no, that's actually pretty insightful because I'm learning that now. I won't say I've had a hard time making friends. Like I said, I make friends. It's just maintaining the friendships that have been hard for me. But I am walking into a season with this new month that I really want to hyper focus on my friendships and pouring into them and, making sure that I'm supporting them just as much as they support me. I think I've been blessed enough to attract people that they're going to root for me regardless. If I'm texting them every day, texting them every week, like my girls, my friend group, they're always pouring into me, but I can find myself sometimes getting just so wrapped up in my world that I forget that I need to, reciprocate that feeling. This is a relationship as well, and it's a two-way street. So I feel you on that. I'm trying to use my network a little bit more too to kind of develop those little situations.
I definitely realize that I do fall short when it comes to being present for my friends, but I'm not first of all, I'm a Capricorn, but I'm not a needy friend at all. Like if I'm going through something, you're probably not gonna hear about it. Like I like to work through my shit internally, or I'll call up my sister or my mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to put my problems onto other people because I honestly don't want to hear your problems. You know what I'm saying?
That's that part.
And especially, I don't like hearing problems, the same problem over and over and over and over and over. And it's like, sis, I already told you to leave that nigga alone. Yeah. Like, no, we're not talking about this no more. No. That's it. Either you're going to leave him alone or you need to go talk to somebody else. Yeah. Because, baby, I ain't the one.
No, we can't keep venting about this, girl. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
And telling me that you're reading your horoscope and the man of your dreams coming and you feel like it's him. No, that nigga is raggedy. Leave that nigga alone. Shit.
Look, I feel you. Okay, so while it's not the easiest right now to make friends, and I think that's a consensus I keep hearing across a lot of channels, it's not easy right now to make friends with several different dynamics. I think the ones that you do have are important to nurture. Those are the ones that, today may be the day that you're like, you know what, I ain't text that girl in like 3 weeks. Like, let me go check on my friend. Let me, and you ain't got to go into anything too deep, but it can be as simple as, hey girl, I was thinking about you. Hope you're doing well.
Exactly.
Send her a Bible. I'm good for a Bible verse. Now, I will tell you that. Look, baby, I'm good for it.
I'm good for it. Hey, just checking on you. Love you. Hope you're doing good. And they respond back with all, I'm like, oh shit, bitch, I gotta.
I'll double tap it. I'll put you double tap it and put the exclamation like, girl, no. Say it ain't so, but I can't get into it right now.
Girl,
but no, I see it, sis. I
see
it.
Or send a gift like, we're going to get back to this later.
Look. Okay, cool. Well, I think that wraps up this episode. Yeah. All right. So that wraps up this beautiful, marvelous episode of Girl What Happened Was. I was your co-host. Let's try this again. I'm call this Blue first. I'm actually sleepy. I wish I could say I was drunk.
Girl, I'm so mad.
Sleepy.
So am I.
I am so tired.
Oh my God.
And I look, before we log off, because look, Danielle's fingers on that red button. She like, wrap it up. Thank you, Danielle. But before we log off, I am that person where at the beginning of the month, and I don't know if anyone else is like this, I am the most drained. Like for some reason, I don't get any energy until like the second and third week.
Yeah.
And then the fourth week, I'm going hard. And that's probably why when the first week of the month comes, I'm like, don't ask me to do nothing.
Girl, that is so me. Because, see, I do my best at the end because now I done procrastinated all fucking month.
Pretty much.
And I'm trying to get it done. And I'm like, whoo, bitch, I'm tired. I done did them 2 hours of work.
A marathon.
Shit. But girl, I'm sleepy as hell too. So
Yeah.
that's funny that you say that. And the fact we drinking wine and I ain't had shit to eat.
we about to nod off like two old golden girls. Head hit the table. Shoot. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Girl What Happened Was. Catch us next week. I am your host, Dorian.
And I'm your girl, Mandy. And follow us on all social media. Leave us your questions down below.
Yes.
Tell us what y'all want to know. What's going on in y'all's lives. How do you
Yes.
relate to this episode? And we can't wait to hear back from you guys.
Bye.
Bye.